So you're welcome to a safe space where we'll talk about purpose, originality, identity, and everything in between. So do something. If you're new here, ensure you subscribe to this channel to have first-hand information whenever we're live. Like the video if it blesses you, drop a comment, and share. Be blessed as you watch. God bless you. Share. So today I have with me, roll the drums, somebody who I've been privileged to mentor. She's a very dear daughter, and it's such an opportunity to have her here with me today. We'll be having a conversation. In fact, it's impromptu. And that's the reason why it's very important for us to always live prepared. She looks prepared, and she's loaded. So we're going to talk around purpose, originality, mentorship, and all of that. So it's nice to have you here, my darling.
Thank you so much, ma. Thank you.
So how do you feel? Honestly, how do you feel? Unfiltered, how do you feel?
Anxious.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be very fine. All right. So first of all, you're known as VGD.
Yes, ma'am.
That's your sobriquet. So can you tell me about that? How did that come to be?
Okay, thank you so much for that question, ma. The name VGD actually came from the place of encounter.
Okay.
I remember 2021. That was School of Purpose retreat.
Yeah.
I attended, and I remember I came with an expectation, just one. And I told God, because that season of my life, I was, let me say, in my low moment.
Wow.
And I knew, yes, God exists, but then I needed more. I was hungry for more. So I remember I mentioned that, oh God, I just want something visible, something tangible that I can hold on to, that no matter what happens, I'll be able to say, oh yes, God exists, because I've experienced it before. And that was it for me. And I also remember I volunteered in the minstrel tribe to minister.
That's like departments,
yes, ma'am.
minstrel department, choir.
Yes. So I remember that day, while you were on the altar, you mentioned that some things were going to happen that particular day. And you mentioned that people will have encounters, various encounters. Some will see angels. Some will laugh in the Holy Ghost. Some will
I don't remember that.
They will see oil on their palm.
Okay, I don't remember that.
We'll see gold dust. Some will enter the glory realm, and it will appear on them in form of gold dust. And all I was just saying underneath my breath was, Lord, I just want one
encounter.
Yes, ma'am. And I remember I was backing up for you, and I didn't fall.
Really? Okay.
Yes, I didn't fall, but then I knew something was going on with me. I couldn't explain it. So, but then by the time I opened my eyes, we were worshiping.
Yeah.
So by the time I opened my eye, I saw that my ends were shining. Yes.
And your dress. And you had a black dress. I remember very vividly, a black dress, and you had gold dust all over you.
Yes. So I just noticed that, yes, something was on my hand, and I was like, could this be the gold dust she was referring to?
And that was your first time experiencing that?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
That was my first time. And so
it wasn't only you.
Yes.
People also had that experience. But how come it stood out for you? And then how did that give rise to the name, the sobriquet Victoria Gold Dust, which is VGD? Okay. So what happened? What did that experience unlock? You were praying for one encounter. So how was that one encounter?
For me, I noticed a change. I would say a shift for me spiritually.
Wow.
A shift. Yes, I could discern the voice of God more. My mental picture of God improved.
Wow.
It really helped my relationship with God. Aside that, I would say one of the things, because I needed to ask questions like, God, what does this mean for me? And one of the things God told me was, that experience or let me say, because after that time, I kept having the same experience, even in
Seeing gold dust.
yes, wow. So he told me that particular thing and that particular experience was going to unlock me to wealth and
Wow.
some other things. So yes, so
Amazing.
for me, that experience alone,
It was beyond gold dust.
it was beyond the
It was
gold
a
dust.
shift, right?
Yes, and the fact that the silent prayer I said within my heart, God heard it. That was another proof of answered prayer.
Amazing. So take me through this journey. When I first met you, first of all, one thing I noticed was your dress sense. I was like, okay, who is this? You know, you just looked absolutely beautiful. And that actually drew me. Of course, one would think, oh, Pastor Flo should look at the spiritual part. Yes, I saw that, but somehow, you know, you look very attractive and you spoke also very, you know, you spoke like a person who had a good head on their shoulders. You knew exactly what you wanted out of life. You had an idea of purpose and all that. Okay, so now when I hear you talk about the impact School of Purpose has had on you, it almost sounds like you knew nothing before you came to School of Purpose. But when I met you, you spoke as though you had clarity. In fact, I think I'd come to minister at your program. You had this yearly program. Yes. That was what edition?
That was the second edition.
Second edition. And it was a massive program. I came to minister. So you had a sense of direction, of purpose. So what difference did coming to School of Purpose and meeting me make?
A lot of difference, actually.
Okay.
As at that time, I was just going. Yes, I knew there was more. And aside that, I've had several visions where I saw myself impacting lives and all of that. So I knew there was more. And for me, I would say at that time, I only knew, okay, I was just following the promptings I was having.
Okay.
Not that I was so clear, okay, this is it exactly. But I just knew, yes, there was more. And that was what even brought me to School of Purpose in the first place. I knew there was more. And I knew...
What brought you? Was it the name? Were you looking for purpose and School of Purpose attracted you?
I was looking for purpose. I was, at that time in my life, I was having this hunger. I don't know, but I just wanted more. I just wanted more. And so a friend invited me.
Okay.
Yes. That was
God bless that friend.
Invited me, and my first time in School of Purpose, I saw you minister. Everything you were saying that day was just directed to me. And for me, it felt like home. It felt like this is what you've been looking for. And so for me, coming to School of Purpose, let me say, my being in School of Purpose has unlocked a lot. As at that time in my life, I only knew one thing about myself. In fact, if you had asked people around me that, okay, this lady in the next 5-10 years, where we should be, they'll probably say, oh, she'll be a music minister. That was all you knew. I knew. Although at that time I had started writing gradually and I knew I loved to teach, but I didn't know that was something.
The teaching part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I only saw it as an hobby or something just normal. I didn't know that there was more to it. So for me, School of Purpose helped me to see the more.
The more?
Yes.
I like that.
And unlocked the more.
Wow.
Also.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. Now, let me get to you on a lighter mood now. Tell me the generation you belong to without telling me. I'll go first.
Okay.
As a child, we rewound cassettes with a pen. Your turn. If you can't think about anything, I can tell your generation. It means you didn't have an eventful childhood. Just internet, nothing else. Internet age baby. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Kind of. Can you think of anything?
Okay. At that time, internet was not really
popular.
Yes, it was not really popular.
So it means your childhood was not very eventful, or like us, we had so much fun. Do you know about Tente?
Yes, ma'am.
You know about Suwe?
I did that.
Which one else do you know? Which one?
I did. I was not really the out.
Okay.
I was
always indoors.
I was always indoors. Yes.
Yeah.
So it was not like I really related like that
so much.
Yes.
But right now, can you say you're now coming out of your shell?
Yes.
Because you teach, right? You mentioned a part of your purpose which you didn't really know about, which is teaching. So right now, what do you focus on? What part of your purpose has really been unlocked in you? What are you doing right now?
I'll say the coaching aspect.
Okay, tell
I've
us
been
about
doing
it.
that more. Yes, 2023, I had the opportunity to enroll in School of Purpose Academy.
Okay.
And the teachings actually helped me to see that, oh, there's something about teaching, especially when we were taught about our office.
Ministry
Yes,
office, right?
ministry office. And that was when my eyes got open to the fact that, yes, this, I began to connect the dots actually. And that was where I knew God actually would want me to go into that, because this is something I find fulfillment and I find joy. Like it's something I can keep doing forever, even if I'm not being paid for it. I enjoy doing it.
So what do you coach?
Okay, I coach about purpose, growth. I'm just passionate about growth. So I hate seeing people just live anyhow without any sense of purpose or direction. So I love to help people move from where they are to where they are actually meant to be.
Very close to what I do also.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're kind of, in sync.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
Tell me, is there anything in your childhood that prepared you for what you're doing right now? Were there pointers? Were there signs?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Okay, as a child, I love to write.
Okay.
Yes. I was always writing storybooks.
As a child?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you publish any? Okay.
So only the people around me got to read the books.
Wow.
And also, I remember...
How did you write them? What kind of papers did you use? What did you do as a child? I'm trying to imagine.
I would cut this carton of paracetamol. I would cut it. I would use it to make small jotter.
Wow.
I would cut some of my used notebooks. I would cut out the vacant spaces.
Paracetamol.
I would use it to make the cover
of a book.
Yes.
Wow.
And I would start writing.
What did you write exactly?
It was only just
imagination stories.
Yes.
Okay.
I would just write something on that addresses morals.
Okay.
Yes, moral values and all of that.
Did you ever teach as a child?
Yes, ma'am.
You taught children?
Children, actually. I remember how it started. I think there was a day at church. Yes, during the Sunday school, one of our teachers didn't come on time. Yeah. So, and I just saw myself gather the rest, and I started.
How old were you?
I think I should be around 7, 8.
Wow. So purpose had been chasing you.
Yes,
go on.
Actually. So I just gathered them and I started revising the previous week's topic.
Wow.
And that was how we started.
At age 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, amazing.
And it followed me through secondary school too. I would explain things to my classmates. Then
academics or Bible?
Academics.
Okay.
And when I got to our institution too, my room then was usually our tutorial center.
Wow.
So we had this wallpaper. We had to turn it to the back. So the white part was our board. Then I would always teach. Yes. And then everybody around me knew that I love to talk about purpose.
Even
and they gave me this name.
Really?
Mommy Purpose.
Are you for real?
Yes, ma'am.
What year was this?
I think that should be 2020, 21. Then
okay, you have come to School of Purpose then. Okay. So you carried the purpose matter on your head.
It was
wow.
It was a lot, and so they gave me that name, Mommy Purpose. Till now, they still call me that name.
Oh, really? Interesting. Nobody calls me Mommy Purpose. The founder of School of Purpose. That's so beautiful. Okay, so I mentioned something about your dress sense.
Yes, ma'am.
That it stood out for me, even though, of course, you had value to offer. I saw you sing. I saw you speak. You came to me and spoke. Your sense of dressing was just top notch. So tell me, is there a connection between the outward expression of who you are and the internal workings of God? Does it really matter? Was it a conscious thing to look good? Or you just found yourself like that? So is there a correlation between what God is doing within you and what is showing without? Is it only about the spiritual part, or it matters how you appear, all those kind of things?
For me, I feel like your dressing should communicate who you are. So,
wow.
So I hate seeing people dress anyhow. I always love to look good. Yeah. That's something I will stand in front of mirror, check myself. How am I looking? And like I that part was something I love so much. I love to look good. And so for me, I feel like if in fact if you stop me by the roadside, if you're not dressing well, I'm not sure I'll be able to listen to what you're trying to tell me. So I feel like if you want to impact lives, you want to talk to people, the way you are dressed matters a lot.
So it's an all-round kind of thing for you, right? Spiritual, physical, everything works. Wow, that's amazing. So who's your inspiration when it comes to dressing?
I'll say you.
I met you like that, actually. You were always dressing well before we met. So how come?
Yes, but you actually...
I took it to the next level.
Because
amazing.
Each time I see you, I'll be like, wow, I've not gotten there yet.
Wow. So I'll put you on the spot now. What book are you reading at the moment?
Okay, I'm reading The Release of Power by Dr. David Oyedepo.
Amazing. I'm proud of you that I'm your mentor, because that kind of question, somebody could just be lost. Okay, amazing. So that's a book you're reading right now.
Yes.
So tell me, what's your plan in the next 5 years?
Okay, thank you so much, ma. So for me, in the next 5 years, one of my plans, I actually have a project.
Okay.
Yes, I call it the Slumhood Initiative.
The
Slumhood Initiative.
Slumhood Initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
So the plan is to help people in the less privileged, actually, people in the rural areas, to help them find a sense of purpose.
Okay.
To go there, yes. Of course, this is a massive project. It's a massive
I can tell.
So we're going to organize training sessions. Not just, I've seen that most of the trainings that people do is focused on vocational trade and all of that. But for me, I want to incorporate purpose, faith, and all of that into it. So you don't just learn a vocation because, this is what is trending, or because of money. You learn it because, yes,
it's in line with your purpose.
With my purpose.
Yeah.
Actually.
And that's a very important discussion. The fact that people go to school and they just study a course because they just want to, and they leave school and then they just veer totally off that.
Yes.
So we're trying to bridge the gap between the course you study in school, your vocation and purpose. That's a very, very important part you're bringing. Amazing. I'm proud of you. So proud of you. So what actually inspired this vision? And what steps are you taking already towards achieving this?
Okay, thank you so much, ma. I would say where I grew up in, I grew up in a rural area. And
wow.
I've seen the way people live.
This beauty.
Sometimes, if I should tell you, or if you should see where I grew up in, people will not believe that, yes, I grew up there, because they're like two words apart. So it's my growing up, I hated seeing people live anyhow, and also the way the children there, the way they live and all of that, really, it's something that burdens my heart.
Wow.
So
it drove you to this,
yes, that's
vision.
One of the things that actually followed.
So what are you doing? What steps are you taking right now in line with this?
Okay, applying for grants. Different
already?
Grants. Yes, ma'am. So, and I've been mapping out the plans. Okay, who are those? We're going to do this work together. How are we going to do it? Where are we starting from first? So
you're saying that it's not enough to have a vision.
Yes.
One has to have it written out.
Yes, ma'am.
You have goals, you have all those kind of plans, and then you begin to take steps, right, to fulfill that vision. That's amazing, amazing. So tell me, you are an author. How many books have you written? What drove you to writing? What impact have your books had on people?
Okay, so I've written a lot of books, actually, but I've published only 4.
Okay.
Only 4. And
what's your first book? What's the title of your first book?
Revive.
Revive.
Yes, ma'am. Revive is about awakening the prayer altar.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So most of the times I write based on things that God has taken me through and things I've learned too. Yes. Struggles that God has helped me to overcome.
Wow.
Yes. And I know that there are people going through the same, and it's my desire to see them come out of it too. So my first book was on prayer. Okay. And the second one, Finding Love, I got the
Oh, really?
Actually, that book is not that kind of love that we're thinking. So finding love, I got the inspiration from the book of John, chapter 4.
Okay.
Yes, that woman at the well.
Yes.
The part where Jesus asked, okay, go and call your husband. And she was like, I don't
have no
have husband.
husband. Yeah.
Yes. So I just sat down and it began to play in my head, actually. And I just began to write.
Like you had a revelation of the scripture. It came alive.
It came alive
to you.
And I wrote.
So what feedback do you have about the books? What impact has it made in the lives of people who have read?
I've gotten a lot of positive feedbacks, actually. For example, that's Revive. I've received feedbacks on how it has helped because it's actually practical.
Okay.
I used parts of vehicle.
Parts of a vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay.
So to explain prayer and all of that. So
wow.
It's actually a practical book. And so I got feedbacks that it really helped them to see prayer in another way.
So what I'm seeing, your books seem very practical.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, parts of a vehicle, the woman at the well, you know, practical. Amazing, amazing. Thank God you didn't use the paracetamol carton to write this one. So finally, tell me about the impact of mentorship. You've spoken so much about who you were.
Yes.
And who you're evolving to be, you know, and who you're going to become eventually. So tell me, this season of your life, I know that you're under mentorship.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're actually a person I enjoy mentoring. Yes, because you make mentoring very, you know, it's seamless because you listen, you act on what you're told, and I see the results. And you're very intentional also about, you know, coming to get help, being accountable, being submissive, and all those kind of things. And you grow. You don't just receive knowledge, you grow. So tell me, what's the impact of mentorship in your journey?
Okay, for me, I would say mentorship has really helped to compress journey of 7 years.
Wow.
And let me say in 1 year for me. Yes, it has really helped my journey to be faster. To be faster, because I can't imagine if this journey I've been doing it alone, probably I will not be here today. I might not be here today. I'll still be in that.
You have been singing only.
Exactly. I'll just see that one part of my life. I won't see other aspects, and I would say mentorship is powerful, really powerful. The truth is you can't do things by yourself. Some people have gone through that journey ahead of you. And what will make your journey fast is when someone is there to hold your hand. And nobody is an island of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes. No matter what you think you know, there's somebody that knows better than you. So why not be humble enough to seek for help?
To compress time.
It has really helped me a lot. There's so many things that you have thought that I'll be like, wow, I never thought about this. And there are so many things that you have thought that eventually I began working in it, and I'll be like, oh, wow. So this is what Pastor Flo said that time. So it's, in fact,
it makes the journey faster, seamless.
Faster, yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
And I can't also mention the part of covering too.
Spiritual covering, right?
The spiritual covering too. I can't
emphasize it. Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Yes. So let me just give you this bonus question. Sometimes people come and ask me questions like, I just want to know my purpose, ma. What is my purpose? What is my purpose? Did you just know your purpose suddenly? Did it just happen? You just came to School of Purpose and the day you came, everything just got clear. How did it happen?
I would say purpose is not a one thing. It's not just one thing. It's a journey. And it's something that we...
Not an event.
Not an event, yes. So it's a journey. It's something we uncover bit by bit.
Uncover bit by bit.
Yes,
wow.
So it's not something you can just say, oh.
So where does the journey start from? What's the first thing a person who is not clear about purpose should start? What's the first thing you advise a person from your journey also? What did you do first?
Okay.
And then the other parts began to unfold.
I would say the first thing is start with what you know presently.
Amazing. What you know presently.
With what you know. What do you know actually? And another thing is that I really take serious is service.
Service.
Like you will always say,
Absolutely.
service unlocks purpose.
Yes.
And for me, I would say I'm a testament to that statement. Service unlocks purpose, because I got to find out about more of myself through service. As I was serving, yes, I was discovering.
Serving in God's house or serving in the secular? Or both?
Both, actually. Both. So it's not just in God's house, but everywhere.
Because your gift comes handy anyway,
Yes.
whether in, and that's, we're sent into the world, actually, going into the world, right?
Yes.
Yes. So start where you are, right? So when did you start? What was the first thing you started working with before other parts began to unfold?
Okay, I started with singing. So when I joined School of Purpose, I joined the Minstrel Tribe. And from there, I discovered the writing part. And I remember one of these the monthly programs.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard that your hand is one of your tools.
Where did you hear that?
During
who said that to you?
Okay, let me just say this. That day when you were ministering,
yeah,
I was just praying. Okay, I received that word that I have blessed your hand. And I said, God, if truly this is what you want me to do, and that is talking about writing now, if truly this is, you really want me to do this, then I want you to speak through your daughter.
Oh, wow.
So as she's ministry, let her just mention it.
Oh, wow.
And that particular, they just said that there's somebody here, God is saying something to you about writing. And I knew that was me.
You know, when I hear things like this, I'm just in awe of God, how I say a thing without just knowing what I'm saying. Now people are confirming that they were asking God to speak to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So speaking about your hands, you're very good. Now I can go on and on. I mentioned finally before. We might have to go finally again and again. But let me try and wrap it up here. Talking about your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Personally, I'm not very good with my hands, except of course that I write. But aside from that, I don't do anything well with my hands. But you do.
Yes, ma'am.
You bake.
Yes, ma'am.
You make hair. You cook.
Yes, ma'am.
What else?
I write.
You write. Okay, those are the basic things.
Yes.
So is there a connection between a person's tool? You mentioned God told you that your hand is your tool. He told me my mouth is my tool, predominantly. Of course, I use my hand sometimes, but not for the regular kind of things that you do. You don't sew? But I'm sure if you tried your hands.
I use just the needle and thread to make things. I remember
like what?
Making purse with my hand. Yes, I love. I've even used my hand to make clothes on a doll before. On a doll, so if you try to sew, I'm sure you'll be able to catch up. Yes. So that means of course your hands are powerful. I love to do things with your hands, right? For me, hand, no. Imagine me wanting to be a surgeon. I don't know what I would have done to people. So is there any connection between what a person likes to do naturally and their purpose? I know God is very intentional. So is it that somehow you like to do something and it has a connection to do with your purpose, or sometimes it's something that you don't even like doing at all? There's a connection, I would say. Okay. There's a connection between what you love doing and also your purpose. In your own journey, you want to talk about that? Yes, ma. Okay, I would say, just as Ecclesiastes chapter 3 says, so everything there's a purpose. So, and for me, I just love writing. It's something that comes naturally. Yes. So I've had people ask me questions like, how do you write? How does the inspiration come? You can't explain. I can't explain. It just flows naturally for me. Okay. And also teaching. At times, I might not be prepared to teach something, but if you ask me to talk about something, I will still have something like to say. Now, impromptu, you're just talking. I will still have something to say. It flows naturally for me. So those are your giftings, right? Yes. So what's your purpose and how do they connect? Okay. My purpose is to bring people from where they are to where they are meant to be. And I do that through teaching, through writing. Yes. Even singing too. Wow. Yes. So everything connects somehow. They are connected. God is a mighty orchestrator. So are you married? Single? Let's see. Do you have a ring? I don't have a ring. So is purpose also in line with, does it work with marriage also? Or you just marry anybody, any handsome guy that comes? You can't just marry anyhow. Of course. God is the orchestrator. God is the orchestrator of marriage. So there's always a purpose. Wow, amazing. It was such a beautiful time with you, my darling. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you've been blessed.
ensure you subscribe, like, comment, and see you at the next edition. God bless you. Mwah.